Good afternoon, everybody. Going to get started with the before market close market update and take requests. If anybody does have any requests, as always, please let me know inside of Slack. But happy Friday, February 9th. We'll do a quick update. We've got the S&P 500 breaking over 500. So on SPY, 500 psychological. We know we had a weekly bull flag that was targeting about 521. So not surprising to see this bullish momentum and upside continuation. I did have some issues with my sound yesterday. When I posted the video, there was a couple people that mentioned it as well. So if you can just let me know in the comments, in the live chat, or if you're viewing this after the fact, if you can let me know in the comment section, or just let me know inside of the Power Group private community, that'd be great. But essentially, I didn't do anything different. I just opened my recording software and everything was low, and I had everything turned up to max on my mic and everything, and I double checked everything. So anyway, I rebooted, and then today everything was fine. So no idea what was going on there. Tested it on another software, streaming software, and then that was working fine, and then went back to my original one, and everything appears to be working fine. So if you can let me know, I would greatly appreciate it. But taking a look at the space here at the moment, so we've got a nice surge here on Bitcoin. We did hit 48K, and we continued the daily bounce now for, well, we actually had two daily inside bars that broke bullish, and it was a bit of an ascending triangle here on the daily time frame. And then we broke bullish out of those multiple daily inside bars, and then we're now bouncing on the daily time frame for 3 days in a row. We're now touching daily overbought territory though. So if we zoom out to the weekly, we're also in weekly overbought territory, which means that we could potentially be pulling back for monthly consolidation at some point soon. We're not monthly overbought yet, but we do have, this, that we're trending down on the RSI, which we could potentially start to see a hidden bearish RSI divergence. It's a little early yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did start to pull back. I think there could be one more potential pullback here, and we are approaching key resistance at 48,975, which would be a double top of monthly resistance of last month. But if we can get over that, we have a lack of resistance until the all-time highs there at 69,000. But no major red flags whatsoever. We're still in a monthly uptrend. We did lose the weekly uptrend here with the low, high, higher low, and higher high, and we came down and lost that. We are at risk of a weekly downtrend as well. So if we topped out here on the weekly and come down and lose key support there at 38,524, then that would be a weekly downtrend confirmed, and more than likely would expect monthly consolidation at that point. And then we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on the weekly EMAs. But as of right now, it's all about key resistance there at 48,975, and then key support at 38,524. In terms of movers and shakers on the day today, we have Hex, Bitcoin, and ARB. On the bear list, we have XMR, SGB, and Solo. There's been some rumors going around that XRP could potentially see some upside continuation, and massive. There's a falling wedge that's looking to break bullish here. We could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the daily time frame. And like I said, a lot of rumors floating around that Ripple could be making an announcement at some point soon. It could be another CBDC project, could be another country. We'll see. But I don't know how people do that when they say, some of these influencers go on there, or it was an ex-Ripple employee. But how can you go on to, X or Twitter and social media and say that, Ripple's going to come out with news and he no longer works there? It just screams, manipulation, and the fact that we could, you could be, in trouble with the law. Like, that's insider trading, right? So I don't know. Very odd how some of those things come out. So I take it with a grain of salt, but at the moment we are seeing a weekly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, and that's pretty much already occurred. So we're looking to get this bearishness out of the way. I'm not ruling one more final dip. I'm not ruling out one more final dip. I think we could potentially see 40 cents, slight flush thereof, but I'm prepared for all scenarios. Taking a look at the S&P 500, so it was a daily inside bar yesterday, and then pretty much again today, and then we broke bull. Having consolidated now on the daily time frame in 7 trading days. So we have no daily support until 482.86. That's the new key support level going forward. Maintain that on any further daily consolidation. Daily consolidation will begin once we lose the low of the previous daily candle. And we have a higher low every single candle for the last week, right? So once we lose the low of the previous candle, then we look at support at 482.86. As long as that level holds, then we're still in a daily uptrend. So if it came down like this, higher low, we would just expect a higher low and then continuation. Unless we come down like this, form a lower high and then a lower low, and then we confirm a daily downtrend, and then that would mark weekly consolidation. But as I mentioned on my last market update video, weekly bull flag target, and we had a daily bull flag targeting 507, and then we had a weekly bull flag targeting 521. So again, if you have a daily, weekly, monthly bull flags on every time frame, we're confident that we're going up. If we've got daily, weekly, and monthly bear flags, then we're probably going to be confident of downward momentum, right? So in this instance, we had daily and weekly bull flags. We didn't have the monthly, but we had, enough reassurance there to expect more upside. And like I said, we're getting very close to that daily bull flag target of 507. We hit a high of 501.65, and we're getting very close to the weekly bull flag of 521. So a lot of experts, myself included, were anticipating 500 as a level to test. It's been something that's been talked about for the last several years, pretty much baked into the chart, and here we are, massive dump down to 407, and then all of this came with very, very brief weekly consolidation, but all the way from 407 to 501 and new all-time highs. So if you just take a look at that 407, what would that be? We're now up almost 24% from that low in October. So that is insane when you think about it, and that's October 2023. So in 105 days, we're up almost 24%. That means that we've gotten basically 2 years what the S&P 500 is usually accustomed to, right? So when you invest in the S&P 500, usually 12-14% is the annual return. And like I said, we're almost 24% in just over 100 days. And when this thing starts to top out, you're not going to want to be left holding the bag, right? And the names that comprise of the S&P 500, the names that it's comprised of is, big tech, right? So more than likely, big tech is going to get absolutely destroyed, and that, rightly so, because nothing goes in a straight line forever, right? And look at some of the moves we've seen in Meta and Nvidia. The dollar is bouncing on the monthly time frame, which is a bit odd because we're seeing the S&P 500 bounce on the monthly time frame, and the dollar as well. Usually it's an inverse correlation, so not really seeing much love though in the precious metals either. Actually, yeah, we have monthly inside bears and we're close to the low there, so, and could see EMA 12 and 26 bear crosses on the metals, so relative weakness there comparatively. So the dollar's trying to confirm a monthly uptrend here with a low, high, higher low, and higher high. We're starting the monthly bounce, so it's all about key resistance there at 107.34 and all about key support at 99.57. Could see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross though. So I do think that we could still potentially see a little bit more euphoria and upside in the market. And like I said, the S&P 500 would be targeting 521. Tesla, daily inverse head and shoulders potentially on deck here. So if we top out around 196 here on this daily bounce, we hit 194, so that's close enough. We come down, start daily consolidation, form a right shoulder, then you take the measured move from the head to the neckline, and it's saying we're targeting about 218. Coming off daily oversold as well. Nice Wyckoff type of accumulation pattern there. We could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on the daily time frame as well. In terms of individual names on the day today, we have MVMD, NDA, and BYND leading the bull list. And on the bear side, we have WNW, CODE, and HP. Yeah, you got yourself a massive bull here on Meta. Just incredible. $88 to $485 in 15 months. Almost 500% returns. So the crash is going to be insane once we have it, but no signs of it yet. CGC reported earnings today, so I didn't really dive into this too much. I had a busy day today trying to figure out that sound issue as well, and I was having issues with my TradingView account, so I got that all sorted. But taking a look here, so yeah, they did have, is that correct? Negative 1.97. I know they had a big loss. It was like 200 and some million, I think. I don't know if it was that bad of a EPS, was it? But I'm at 420% surprised. And then reported 67.95 million. Yeah, I think it was 78 million. Bring that up real quick. MJ Canopy. Yeah, I really don't care about Canopy earnings, to be honest. I really don't like to follow the company too much right now, especially their financials, because it's just been brutal. So until we start to show any kind of profitability metrics, my investment's not, it's a YOLO position. It's less than 10% of my MJ portfolio. It's like 5%. So I have no interest in, stressing over the financials. I put, a little bit of money into it. It's money all that I'm willing to lose. So yeah, it is what it is. It's going to be a while, at least a year or two before they achieve any kind of profitability. So this is all in Canadian dollars, and yeah, they had 78.5 million for net revenue and 230.3 million loss. So do they give us the shares? Outstanding. Let's see if we can find it. Outstanding shares. I might have to go dig for it. Here we go. Common shares. Get close here now. Basic, and here we go. Yeah, so, whoa. 3 months ended December 31st, 2023. 262. Wow. That is brutal. Yeah, negative 262. That's bad. I just want to bring it up here. What was it? Just want to compare the previous ones. We'll go over to financials, earnings. Yes, so it was. So they said this time last year, for the 3 months 2022, was negative 5.34. 5 point. Yeah, I'm not seeing that there. Three months ended December 31st. Yeah, this is the one. 78.5 net revenue, 84.5. 84. I don't know what's going on here. Some of these numbers are just completely messed up. So yeah, it would have been this one here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It's all out of whack here on investing.com, but negative 2.62, so that's a huge miss. They did beat in terms of revenue estimates, though. Ugh. Just continues to get absolutely slaughtered. So yeah, that's right. 1.97, and that's on CGC. So, so that's the US side, right? So it'd be, yeah, $2 makes sense. Wow, fun times. But on the weekly time frame, we're just starting weekly consolidation. We did confirm a weekly downtrend as well with lower highs and lower lows. So that, what does that mean? It means zoom out to the next level time frame, the monthly, and look for monthly consolidation. That's exactly what's happening. We're losing the low of the previous monthly candle, so 346 in play. 393 now is the low. So we're just looking for a monthly high or low compared to that. All right. In terms of bulls on the Canadian side, LOBE, Canara Biotech, nice move over the last couple of weeks. We have the low there at 77 cents, high at 99 cents. Could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross there in the weekly time frame, but WIB, LOBE, and XTRX lead in the bull list. On the decline, we have CGC, no surprise, PCLO, and BFF. Tilray continues to just hover around that 188, so we're still holding key support there at 175 USD on the NASDAQ. As long as we hold that, weekly uptrend remains intact. OGI continues to stand out as one of the lead sector bulls, and the reason for that is because we hadn't even started the monthly bounce, right? And it was just joining the rest of the pack. So we're starting the monthly bounce. We have tons of room now for a monthly higher low to form, just similar to CGC here, or sorry, to Tilray here, right? Low, high, higher low. We're already starting the monthly bounce and have our higher low. So OGI is just here. OGI still has to go through this, the higher low and consolidation and pullback, then another monthly bounce and a higher high to give the uptrend. So we have our low, high. That's the first part that Tilray did, and then Tilray had its higher low. So we're going to expect a higher low and then a higher high. It's looking really good. We have a lack of resistance on the price action on the monthly time frame till 508 and EMA 26 resistance at 343. So bulls pretty pleased at the moment with the amount of room that they have formed for that monthly higher or low to be set potentially over the next couple of months. It's just a question, do we pull back, next month, this month? We highly doubt this month because we would have to lose the low 125 and then that's not much room. If anything, I think it would be in March. Come down, lose the low of this month at 168, form a monthly higher low somewhere around 150, 140, and then get the announcement in April potentially. We'll see. Or you could just get the announcement anytime, and then this thing could explode up to $5 and then come down for a monthly higher low. So it's hard to predict. It's impossible to predict. You just have to be prepared for all scenarios. That's why I was adding down here, anticipating it as acting as a laggard. I won't be selling anytime soon. MSOS was a daily bull flag targeting 1074, and we hit 1064, so a nice area to go short there. And if you did, you'd be profiting about 10%. And we're holding daily EMA 12 here support, so it's no major red flags whatsoever, but not surprising to see us pull back daily consolidation after hitting that daily bull flag target. Hitting daily overbought territory as well. And then if we zoom out to the weekly time frame, we were weekly overbought. Still no weekly consolidation yet on MSOS, but we have no weekly support down to 599. So I would anticipate weekly consolidation on MSOS more than likely next week. Probably not this week because we only have about 47 minutes left in the day, and we would have to lose 883, the low of last week, to start weekly consolidation. So I would say closing near the low this week, 955 is the low. So if that holds as the low, then that'll be key support going into next week. Lose that weekly consolidation underway, probably going to pull back to around 820 or 750, which would be weekly EMA backtest. And AYR was a clue as well, starting weekly consolidation after being one of the stronger names. And then Trulieve, still a ways away. So the reason why MSOS hasn't started weekly consolidation yet is because names like Trulieve, names like GTII that make up most of that ETF have yet to start weekly consolidation. So there might be a few outliers. AYR is a bit of a clue that we're starting weekly consolidation. If we start to see that in the other tier 1 names like Trulieve, Green Thumb, Cresco, then that's only going to increase the odds that we're going to see that across the sector. Probably, well, the Canadian names are already doing so. I heard that THCX ETF is shutting down. So that explains some of the selling pressure on Canadian MJ. But weekly consolidation could occur on MS West next week. Don't be surprised, that'll just be healthy, right? Don't be surprised if we pull back from here, 20 to 30%, we'd just be looking for a weekly higher low and it'd be just be healthy. BEV, TAT, and LOWL leading the decline today. TAT just about to start weekly consolidation, 27.5 cents. It's double bottom at the moment. On the bull list, we have Acreage, CWeb, and GDNS. All right. CGC earnings continue to be atrocious, and nothing to see here until probably at least a year, I would think. But having the DEA come out with a rescheduling decision to Schedule 3, if they approve that, CGC is gonna explode, right? So it's all about playing the risk versus reward, and that's why I have such a very small allocation to my CGC position. Is because I'm just not sold on it, right? So what was it in my MJ portfolio? I forget exactly. Just bring up the exact percentage. 7%. So it's 7% of my entire MJ portfolio, right? And that's even higher than I anticipated initially. Only reason why I continued to buy is because we just continued to get absolutely destroyed, right? So now from that high at 1920 post split, just a rough estimate here, we are now down about 80% from the HHS high, right? So crazy. If there's anybody that can pull it around, turn it around and pull it off, is CGC though. So worth the risk in my opinion, but not worth risking any more than 10% of my entire MJ portfolio. That's for sure. All right, going to end it there. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. And again, let me know if the sound is coming through a lot better than yesterday's video. I would appreciate it. All right, take care. Talk to you again soon.